Now the other upgrade that I tested out is reinforcing the fins by making them carbon fiber. To make carbon fiber ones, I cut them out on my WAZER Waterjet cutter. Since I just got this thing, I'm still testing it out. If you've never seen water jets before, these use a pressurized stream of water, basically like a super overpowered pressure washer. And then they inject garnet, which is sort of like sand, which acts as an abrasive and lets the water jet cut basically any material. This is great for carbon because the other ways of cut carbon, like on a CNC router, produce a lot of dust, and the dust can be super dangerous and pretty toxic. So this avoids all that, and honestly it's way faster. All I did was drag my file into their software and then tell it what material it was, and then it zipped right through the material and cut it out no problem.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
This is my second video building and testing this giant air cannon, which is meant to be a small-scale version of the 120-foot space cannon that the US and Canada built in the 1960s. I find replicating experiments like this from history very interesting, and I always learn a ton from both the successes
Oh, parachute!
and also the failures. Since all the electronics survived, we also got some really good data from this launch. We can play the data back with this little animation I made next to the footage and get a better idea of how the rocket was oriented and how it was moving. Based on the sound that it made, the parachute deployment was really violent, and it actually caused the SD card to stop recording. Nevertheless, this data is really nice to have for future launches. Based on the altimeter, this rocket made it up to 1,200 feet. We're still within the range of kind of where hobby rockets go, but for some reason this method of launching something is just so much more satisfying. It's also crazy to watch this thing drift perfectly into the center of what used to be an old pond, but is now just a little mini field. I don't know what the odds of this happening are, but I was super lucky because this thing probably would have gotten stuck in a tree.